Good morning, guys. As you can see, I'm up already. Yeah, had to go take the kid for a walk. In case you don't know, this is my dog Bentley. I'll give y'all a close up later on, but he's a golden doodle, and here he is rubbing around on the ground. Hey, Ben, sit, sit. Ready to make some dinner real quick. So I actually been on this kick, like just trying to make sure I cook healthy meals, especially being a black man. You know, a lot of us have like high blood pressure, that is also could lead to like diabetes. It's all about like your salt intake, what we're actually eating, and I'm big on that. So a lot about what I'm going to be talking about on this platform as well is how to make healthy meals. So today I'm gonna make a healthier stir fry. Well, tonight for dinner I'm making a healthier stir fry, and I'm gonna be using some of my favorite ingredients. I got some fresh garlic. I don't know if I'm gonna mince the garlic. I think I'm gonna just chop it up because sometimes that minced garlic I just feel like it's overcooked to me, and I need to feel that sting when I'm eating garlic because I know that the nutrients is still in there. It's one thing to eat vegetables, and another thing to eat like vegetables that has no nutrition. Like that defeats the purpose. Just in my opinion, that really defeats the purpose. But anyway, y'all. Besides all that, too, I have so much to tell y'all. Like, we'll save that for dinner time. All right, y'all. So right now, I have the chicken cooking on a very like low temp, and I'm about to chop up this onion right here, and it's just a regular white onion. And of course, like I was telling y'all before, my fresh garlic, which is also pretty cool. And then I have some frozen vegetables, which I'm gonna add into the pot later, and then I'm gonna add my seasonings. Y'all, take a look at this. Take a look at it. It looks so good. So that's what I mean by having like fresh vegetables and stuff in your plate. It just looks so good. I have so much to really get off my chest, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I actually eat my dinner. Guys, probably like a few weeks ago, not even a month ago, I was actually moving things out of my office, and I was robbed. I was robbed. I was put in a box in my car, and I look up, and I was like ambushed by two gunmen, like literally like running towards me. I have never, I used to think that like seeing someone in a scary movie, right, and they would be like frightened where they couldn't really do anything, like they was just in shock. I really understand what how that can be. I mean, it really changed my perspective because I was so much in shock. Like I couldn't believe that this was happening to me, and I was like, wow, like I'm really being robbed. So I was robbed, and I also was carjacked at the same time. So they took my belongings, and they also took my car. Like, feeling robbed is one thing. Holding a gun to my head, and I don't, to me that's just another thing. But I can't help but to ask myself, like, was I truly vigilant? Like, was I really paying attention? That was something I would have never expected to happen to me, and it did. And I just, for a while now, like I just haven't really felt like myself. Like I've been feeling very anxious. I've also been feeling very cautious as well, like overly cautious, where I'm constantly looking over my shoulder, because I think someone is perhaps might come back after me. And then when the robbers got a hold of my things, like my wallet, my car keys, it has my address on it, and you wondering like, wow, these people are still out here, and they might actually know where I live. That puts another type of like, I mean, it's just something to think about, and that's something I actually had to endure. I would never wish this feeling on anybody, um, or the experience on anybody. I mean, I could not believe they stole my car and they drove away with it. Something I worked so hard for. I am grateful that I am alive. Um, but yeah, guys, like, it was just a regular morning. They did this in broad daylight, and I was like, oh my God, I was gonna have a good day today. And I'm just so happy that I lived to tell the story, and that I got another shot at this. You know, I got another shot at life. Things could be replaced, but I got another shot at life. And another part about it is that I got robbed by people who were black. They look just like me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, dang, man. Like, you know, we all in this struggle. We all in this together. Like, you know, I'm not too far removed from I believe their ages were, and to feel like, wow, like I didn't only feel betrayed by my own community, or by members of my community, but I also felt like we did a disservice to the point that you feel like you have to go rob someone that looks just like you. And to have that mentality, to be so young, it's like, what is going on in this world that you feel like you have to rob somebody for something they work so hard for? What people don't understand, what people really don't understand, is like, you're robbed, right? My car's going, so my things are going and my car is going, right? And I had a gun put up to me, right? 2 guns, not 1 gun, 2 guns. And the way they went about it was I was ambushed, right? So it was just like like an attack, right? And then let's talk about the aftermath. I have to go, and now I'm talking to detectives daily, you know, daily. I now have a therapist that I have to talk to as well, because of the experiences, and also even dealing with myself. It helped me figure things out, because when I tell you my life has never been the same, my life has never been the same. And it was just something that bothered me, you know, for a long time. It's still bothering me, and I know it wasn't that long ago, but it's something that was just bothering me. Like, I can't help but to think, like, the world is so lost. Like, I was really having a great day, a great morning that morning. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get my coffee. I'm gonna load things up in my car. I'm getting ready to move to like a new space to work on my business. And I was actually leaving Philly, and it was my last day in Philadelphia, and that's the day that it happened. And you know, it's just scary. And like I said, the aftermath of everything is wild. Like, you're cautious. Now I have to order all new cards. I had to close out accounts because my wallet was in my car, and like my things were like, everything was taken from off of me, and as well as the things that I had in my car, right? And luckily, you know, I still have like my major documents, like my social and my birth certificate, but everything else I don't have. Like, all my cards, all of my keys to check my mail, the keys to my building, like everything is gone, you know. My laptop was in my car because I was getting ready to just, you know, put my final bags in, and it had some dear family photos, because I also do photography as well. And Um, just some other things I had from my office space that was in there, and it's even sentimental things. Um, you just feel robbed. You feel robbed of your peace, and you feel robbed of something that things that you worked hard for. So I never want to feel this way about my community. I love us. I want us to do better as black men and women. Uh, but I wouldn't wish this on anybody. Um, it makes me sad because thank God I have my dog here, but I am very sad because being in such a vulnerable state where you can't protect yourself also brings on feelings of I was defenseless. And as a man, feeling defenseless is not a great feeling. Um, Not for me. Like, definitely not for me. So, yeah. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to finish eating my dinner. Um, well, it's something to check in with, and to think about um, how your life could change in one day. Your whole perspective on the world definitely could change in one day. Y'all, it's probably like 3 o'clock in the morning. Actually, it is 3 o'clock in the morning, and lately I just been waking up like, I guess after being robbed, um, I just be having like these crazy dreams, and it's just weird sometimes like having them because like I wasn't having nightmares or anything before, but now I feel like my subconscious mind is still reliving the experience, and sometimes like a night tonight, like a night like how it is tonight, I just be waking up, and sometimes I just have to play my gospel music or just um really just think of things positive, or I might read like I have my iPad here, but there's just the side effects of uh what can happen to you at a trauma, and I'm just bringing you along the process of what happens sometimes, and every day is a brighter day, and I'm grateful for my life, but how I feel in the moment is sometimes will just be disrupted, like I don't really know how to really externalize the feeling, because it is internal and it is a mental thing, um but to have something be taken away from you, um and to be robbed at gunpoint like I was, um was really scary for me. It was really, really scary for me, and it was terrifying. Um, Also, there's no feeling in the world like the way that I felt when you feel like you're so close to seeing God, um, and knowing that your life wasn't perfect, right? And your whole life is like going like before your eyes. I can't explain to y'all how that feels. Like just just being in that moment, like it really was eye opening for me. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, I don't have a chance to say goodbye. I don't have a chance to get my life together, And you're thinking about all the things that you still want to do, that you still want to accomplish, and those all those things ran through my mind. But also knowing that my soul wasn't right was the most terrifying thing to me, because when they had a gun up to my head and um, I was being robbed, and knowing just off of past experiences and other stories throughout the city, um, you can't help but to think like, yo, like God, I want to go to heaven, and I don't want to go to hell, and I don't want to have to think about that. But just knowing your life, like, and was I really in right standing with God? Um, I made sure I said a prayer in my head, but just to know, like, yo, if am I really leaving a life that is, will I be leaving behind a life that was the truest form of who I was, like the legacy and everything, and all these things just you think about, and to also think about, like, you know, damn, I'm about to be shot in the head, and I'm gonna die like this. The way my heart was beating so fast, the way that the thoughts that was running through my head. Um, you know, this is what really is making me like. This is what I think about sometimes, y'all, and I know people's like, "Oh my God, just think about positive things," and I am. But when you get so close to seeing God, I'm telling you, like, it just changes your perspective on life. It changes your perspective on how you see things and your relationships with other people, and also primarily your relationship with God. Because I'm like, yo, how am I expected to make it to heaven or something if I know, like, I truly wasn't living a life that would grant me access to it. And I know God is forgiving, but give for a forgiving God. But I also know that if I know better to do something, then I need to do it, and I need to live my life accordingly. And that was like the biggest eye opener, because if God would have let the devil, or and then sometimes we can't even blame it on the devil, but if God really wanted to take me, he could have, right? Or he could have allowed the devil to have his way, or the devil could have his way, and then my soul could have been, transitioned into a place that I knew I didn't want to be, and I know my life wasn't in right standing, and I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. Like, it's three something in the morning. Like, I'm telling y'all, how I really was just feeling. Like, um, yeah, it's just like you gotta get your soul right. And I say, you know what? I'm giving my life back to God, and you don't have to go to church to give your life back to God. You can give your life back to God anywhere you want to, and to live a life of abundance. You know what I'm saying? And when I speak of abundance, I'm not talking about physicality of materialistic things or whatever. I want to live an abundance in my spiritual life. Like, I want to know that God knows me, that I know God, and that we have a understanding, and understanding that it makes you reevaluate your purpose. Like, God, I know that I have a stronger purpose on this earth now, because even in that situation, I have literally escaped so many situations where I should have been dead. Like, literally. And this has been over the past 2 years. And God just been revealing himself to me over and over again. And this year in particular was like really difficult for me. Um, but yeah, man, it's just not the time to be playing. And I think, like, for me, that was like the ultimate. Nothing not gonna make, if nothing else would have made me run back to God, that was gonna be the moment, because God is like, he shows us, and he's like, this is my moment to prove myself. This is your warning. You know what I'm saying? And you need to get your life together. You know what I'm saying? It's great. Okay, you can run a business, you could do all these other things, but I come first. And that's all that matters, bro. Nothing else to me matters no more. Like, that's just how I feel, and like what I know to be true. You never want to be in a place where you're scared and you don't know exactly where your soul is going to be. I just want to know that, if I was to leave here today or tomorrow, that my soul is right with God, like I'm not a perfect man, but I'm striving for excellence, and I want to be excellence in my spiritual journey as well. Like I told y'all, all these other things just don't matter. Like at the end of the day. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna try to get back into reading and building up my spirit, man. Since I'm up, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I catch y'all in the morning. Adios.
Yes, I'll still bless you in the middle of the storm, in the middle of my trial. I'll still bless you in the middle of the road when I don't know where to go. I'll still bless you in the middle of my storm, in the middle of my trial. I'll still bless you when I'm in the middle of the road and I don't know which way to go. I'll still bless you. I'll still bless you. I'll still bless you. Oh, I've got a reason to bless you, yeah. I've got a reason to bless you. I've got a reason to bless your name. You've been faithful. You've been faithful. You've been to me. You've been so good. Come on, just lift up your praise. Just lift up your worship to Him.